Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Halverson Palace series. Today, we are going to be doing a lot in this episode. First, I want to say I hope that you enjoyed the machinima that you guys just watched. That is actually one of two machinimas in this episode. There is going to be another one at the end. For context, the conversation that the boys were having in the recent machinima that you guys just saw, where Aiden was explaining that he had been in contact with Xander over 5 years ago, and that conversation that he was speaking with Xander actually happened in season 1. In episode 18, I believe. I'll definitely link the episode in the description if you want to check it out. But he didn't show up when they were supposed to meet, and so basically there has not been contact between Aiden or Xander since then, and Aiden has not called the phone number. But because of the such desperate times that everyone is currently in, with the princesses still being in their comas, we are going to have Aiden call that phone number to see if it's still connected, for Xander to come back to the kingdom and for him to speak to his father, so Ian can finally tell the royals what information he is withholding that could possibly help the princesses wake up from their magical comas. So right now we are going to go into Aiden's cell phone and we are going to call Xander. Spoiler alert, the phone number is still connected and we can speak to Xander. So right now Aiden is calling Xander and just telling him a quick synopsis of the whole situation that they're currently in, or that has been occurring for the last couple of days, and asking him to come over. Xander isn't a bad guy, so I don't think that he would risk 4 lives not being almost saved, because this could be a threatening coma. We don't know, it's so unknown. So I think he would definitely do everything in his power to come to the kingdom to save these people, essentially by speaking to his father. But it's going to take Xander at least 24 hours to get to the kingdom. So clearly he lives very far away, but he will travel as long as he has to come do his duty. Not really his duty, but I guess just out of the kindness of his heart, to come and save the girls or take his part in waking up the girls from their comas. So that's pretty much all I wanted to do here. We are actually going to go on and head over to the Halverson Palace to check on the girls and Queen Genevieve and Princess Elena and see how everyone is doing over there. So let's jump on over there. So we are now back at the palace. Now that we're here, it actually reminded me that I forgot to mention earlier that I had posted 2 story posts on my Instagram between this episode and the last. My Instagram account is always linked down below in the description, so if you want to see that. It wasn't anything too important to the storyline progression. However, it was a sweet moment shared between Leroy and Queen Genevieve. Queen Genevieve kind of just panicking about the whole situation that's happening with her daughters and her nieces. And Leroy kind of caught her crying, and he comforted her and also invited over Marchioness Iris, who is the late King James's sister, to come over and kind of be emotional support for Elena and Genevieve. I imagine that Joanna has also come by, as well as her husband Carlos and their son Jameson, to kind of just give their support. I'm sure everyone else has called as well from the Walters Kingdom. But currently, we are back in the bedroom where the girls are staying, and we are right now watching Raymond and Angelica, as well as George and Jordan, who are here, who came to kind of support Elena, who is their friend Maria's mother, and show just their support and to see how everything is going on with them. Oh, Julian looks like he just went for a sauna, so maybe he's just trying to relax from all the stress of his wife and his sister-in-law and everyone being in a mysterious magical coma. But yeah, I think from Maria's friends coming to show their support and just coming to check on Maria and stuff like that really has opened up Elena's mind and view and opinion of these kids, because I think she kind of just gave a bad reputation to the teenage years and teenagers in general from what she experienced as a teenager, and kind of assumed that most of them, especially the boys, would be very similar to the way Xander treated her, which is definitely not the case with these kids. And I think it's just really made her see like, oh, maybe these kids aren't that bad, and maybe I should be a little bit more easier on Maria and seeing them and stuff, because she is a pretty strict mom. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to do here. We will definitely see them later on, but now let's go ahead and skip to the next day where Xander gets here. Okay, so it is the next day and we are back at the Halverson jail. Xander has come from wherever he has come from. We don't know where he lives, but I assume that the guards that guard the Halverson Kingdom's borders have brought him to the jail. There's no reason for him to come to the palace. Here's a nice close-up on him if you want to see how he's changed or what he looks like from the last time that we saw him in season 1. Just aged a little bit. He has, well, Maria has his green eyes, and yeah. So he's here. I'm sure not a lot of words are being exchanged between him and the boys. They're just like, hi, thank you for coming. Go in there and do what you gotta do so we can wake them up from these comas that they are in. I also want to say that because there is 2 machinimas in this episode, I will definitely be explaining a little bit more on Xander and his backstory and where he's been for the last 10 years and stuff like that. All of that will be unraveled in the next couple episodes. I just want to introduce him back into the kingdom for this episode and, you know, basically say, like, you know, here he is after all of these years. He's finally come back and he's willing to speak to his father, who he hasn't spoken to in over a decade or even more than that, to help not only his biological daughter but also the other princesses. I just don't think he's not going to come back into the whole monarchy side of things. I think the only reason why he is here and will continue to be here for however long is needed for him to speak to his father is just so he can save lives. Like, he's not going to do anything malicious or evil. He's just here to, you know, do the bare minimum of helping the girls wake up from their comas. So, yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. There's going to be a machinima after this. I just wanted to let you know that there will be a cliffhanger in the machinima. So, everything will be explained in the next episode, though. Yeah, as for how long I'm supposed to be talking in this video, that's all I have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know if you did. Please let me know if you are confused on anything. I know this storyline is getting a little bit more interesting and confusing, I guess you could say. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next time.